Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Delta Entertainment. I am your host, Lincoln Kenobi. Now, I did promise you guys that I will be giving you out other news articles of James Gunn, and I have it right here. But before we get started, I'd like you guys please hit that like button and please subscribe to my channel. Would appreciate that very, very much. All right, here we go. Our first topic of this is going to be this: James Gunn kills greenlit DCU project. What is it, Batman? The Brave and the Bold. So I tell you this, man. I mean, this movie, Brave and the Bold, has been in talks sometime. They haven't even started production yet. There has not been no script yet. So we don't know what's going on. And let me tell you, Batman is a very important character. Very important. We know we got Matt Reeves' Batman 2 coming out soon, but it's been delayed due to what's going on with Matt Reeves. But I hope things turn out well, man, because I did enjoy the Batman in theaters with Robert Pattinson, which surprisingly Robert Pattinson impressed me. So let's read this article here. James Gunn just revealed that he killed a fully greenlit DC project, which sounds like it could be Andy Muschietti's Batman movie, The Brave and the Bold. The news also follows the heavy speculation that Gunn's sequel to Superman he is currently writing will be the world's finest movie, teaming the David Corn Sweat Man of Steel with the new DCU Batman. It sounds like it's gonna be another Batman v Superman movie, man, and I don't know, man. See, look, I'm gonna say this. Yes, I know we've gone too many origin stories of Batman. True. But if you're doing the way that you're doing with Superman, that not even an origin story is involved, you don't need to do an origin story with Batman. Just put Batman, like if he was 2 or 3 years later, just like they did with the Batman. If you do it like that, I guarantee you it will be fine. But you gotta introduce your characters, man. You gotta introduce Batman. You gotta introduce Wonder Woman. You gotta introduce Green Lantern, Aquaman, Cyborg, especially the Flash. You got to introduce these characters right. You can't just throw them in and try to bring their origin stories mixed in, and it's not gonna work. So here we go. What does James Gunn say? Script wasn't good enough. In a new interview with Rolling Stone, Gunn explained that while the movie had the green lit and everyone was on board, he shut it down over the script issues. We just killed a project. Everybody wanted to make the movie. It was green lit, ready to go. The screenplay wasn't ready, and I couldn't do a movie where the screenplay was not good. Gunn contrasted that this with Supergirl, Lanterns, and Clayface, all of which he praised for having so fucking good scripts. While Gunn didn't name the project, canceling the Brave and the Bold fits. Well, there is another project that he did cancel, and I believe it was Sergeant Rock. Yeah, Sergeant Rock was also canceled. It could be that, but it could be the Batman movie as well, because we haven't heard anything from Andy Muschietti, the director that did the Flash movie, which sucked. We don't know what is going on with this Batman movie. We haven't heard nothing, so could be the possibility that it could be canceled. Gunn says later on in an interview that Batman is a top priority and that he's working with the writer of Batman and trying to get it right. When asked if it's still the Brave and the Bold, Gunn replies, "Right now, yeah, right now." If Brave and the Bold isn't the scrapped project, the other likely candidates from the previous announced DCU slate with the little visible development include The Authority, Swamp Thing, Waller, Booster Gold, Paradise Lost. Yeah, like I said, update 2, the Pranzo project is likely Sergeant Rock. That could be it too. It could be this. So right now there's so little speculation on it. We don't know yet, bro. So I don't know. there's a little more of this, though. So you guys let me know what you guys think. But doing a Batman Superman movie together, that's not a good idea. I recommend they don't do that, though. But you know what? This is the director's choice. This is James Gunn's choice. So he can do whatever he wants. We'll see. So here's another article that we're going to talk about, continuing on that Batman issue. Here we go. James Gunn's on Batman, the biggest issue in all of the DC right now. So let's take a read at it. James Gunn offers updates about DC's Batman, why he says is the biggest character at Warner Brothers and that it's his biggest issue in all of DC right now. Gunn calls Batman the most popular and most frequently used DC character, saying nearly every story imaginable has already been told, making him both interesting and at times boring. He admits the character poses the biggest creative challenge at DC right now. Gunn says he's working with a writer to develop a version of Batman that has a real reason to exist in the DCU. Not just because he's popular, and stresses the new Batman won't be campy or comedic. He wants something distinct from both Matt Reeves' darker version and any light-hearted takes. So this was featured in the Creature Commandos episode. Right here. And that is a good pose right there. But I don't know, man. What does James Gunn say about the Batman? Gunn says DCU Batman won't be campy, calls him Warner Brothers' biggest character. In an interview with Rolling Stones, Gunn actually reveals Warner Brothers wanted him to direct a Batman movie before they asked him to do Superman in 2018. Gunn says if they had asked him in 2018 instead of earlier, he would have said yes, but at the time, he couldn't quite wrap my head around it. Gunn now says he is working on the DCU's Batman with a writer he has yet to name to get the character right for the DCU, interestingly. Gunn says the DCU Batman won't be campy or goofy, which is similar to the Guardians of the Galaxy movies and Marvel, and it even seems Gunn's Superman is on the campier side of things. That may explain why Gunn isn't writing. Gunn says Batman has to have a reason for existing, right? So Batman can't just be, oh, we're making a Batman movie because Batman's the biggest character in all of Warner Brothers, which he is. But because there is a need for him in the DCU and a need that he is not actually the same as Batman, but yet he's not a campy Batman. I'm not interested in that. I'm interested in a funny, campy Batman. Really? So we're dealing with that. I think I have anyway. By the way, I think I really know what it's. I'm just dealing with the writer to make sure that we can make it a reality. Gunn also says that both Batman and Wonder Woman scripts are two priorities and confirms that Batman movie is still Brave and the Bold. Gunn shuts down Batman Part 2 cancellation rumors, saying Pattinson is in DCU is unlikely. Regarding that Matt Reeves and Robert Pattinson's Batman, Gunn says there is still no script and again fires back at claims Batman Part 2 has been canceled. I'll also say Batman Part 2 is not canceled. That there's the other thing I hear all the time. The Batman Part 2 is canceled. It's not canceled. We don't have a script. Matt's slow. Let him take his time. Let him do what he's doing. God, people are mean. Let him do his thing, man. Gunn has previously confirmed it has been discussed to bring that Robert Pattinson Batman into the DCU. When asked by Rolling Stone, Gunn doesn't rule it out, but it seems unlikely. I will never say zero because you just never know, but it's not likely. It's not likely at all. Gunn is also rumored to be developing a world's finest movie, teaming David Corenswet's Batman of Steel with a new DC Batman. So, I will say this. I will say this right now, man. With these two articles in between, who knows if it could be the Batman movie that be canceled, or it could be Sergeant Rock, or any of those other projects. We still don't know yet, but there is a speculation that it could be that Batman project that Andy Muschietti is trying to do. So, we'll see. We'll see. You guys let me know in the comments below, what do you guys think of this rumor? What do you guys think of this news? So please, by all means, share this video, post a comment below, let me know your thoughts. And as always, thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you for being part of the channel. And I hope to see you guys until next time. Thank you all. Bye for now.